Well, I flew 2 mapping missions over the house yesterday. I was also doing a couple of other things during those missions, and I've flown 3 today, and I'm taking all 5 of those missions, all the photographs from it, and I'm running them on one pass of WebODM, and that's 1,584 pictures being processed at this moment. It's just started. I started it at 3:09. It's 3:13. It's only into resizing the images right now, but then we'll see what happens when it finishes. That map data, 1,584 images, took 4 hours, 3 minutes, and 50 seconds to process. And we can look at the map it generated. This is like all the others. There's not a whole lot to see here unless we come on now. We start measuring things. I think the maps are getting better and better with more data points. That van actually was there today because they poured concrete sidewalk and a concrete pad in front of the garage on the new house today. So one of the most interesting parts of this, I thought, was the 3D model is coming along with more data points. It's really sort of becoming killer. I'm getting some detail in the trees. I'm still not getting the full square out in here that I want, but with multiple data points, 5 different flights flown at slightly different angles, it's starting to generate some. This is just a point cloud now. This isn't an actual picture. These are just where all the data points are. But it's starting to sort of represent the limbs and the branches and the trees like it is around here. Not the trunks. The pictures are being taken straight down, but based on the direction of travel, there is some angle starting to define the sides of these tree trunks and stuff. Even the new telephone pole out at the road that was, just recently put in, is starting to define itself, and the wire that comes across the road, it's an electrical pole. It's not defined very well, but it's beginning to be defined. So that is the way the branches are. I see this view a lot when I come in for a landing, and I have to avoid these branches right here around my little hole to get down into the landing spot I use. So I'm going to keep flying and just changing my pattern ever so slightly and put them right down over the top of this. I'm trying to find out what's my limit, my computer time I want to spend, etc., on the number of photo. I see now that about 400 photos takes an hour. Stuff like that. Let me show you what I'm doing real quick. So this is the little map mission, and the only thing I'm doing is this is a anchor to rotate the grid, not the outside square of the area that's being mapped. If you can sort of see what I'm doing here, that's rotating the grid. It's rotating the entry point, which is the green balloon you see. The purple balloon, or blue purple, is the approach to the start of the it's the takeoff basically. So as they pull it around like this, you see that grid and the way the model will fly is different. Let's start it on the back tomorrow. See if I can get it rotated. Yeah. Right in there. We'll start right there tomorrow. That'll mean we'll finish up right over here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm changing rotation. Actually, no. I think I've got one. That almost looks like straight up and down and across like my first one. So I need to change that ever so slightly. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Coming not straight. Again, a little angle. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just changing the angle of the flight path a little bit with each new flight, and then I'm laying all the data points created by this flight down right down on top. So tomorrow, after my first flight, I might do 3 tomorrow and have another 900 images put on top of here. It'll take 6 hours to process, so we'll see what the 3D model looks like after more data points are entered into the mix. And putting texture on it. Oops. Texturing it does not work with a straight down image. It will attempt to extrapolate what the side views are, and it never works. Well, not for straight down images anyway. Never. It's not going to work. It does give the buildings, there's windows are there, but not the way those windows appear. Yeah, got the garage door, front door, so it does get a little of the side view. That's amazing. Huh. Sides of the dumpster. Again, it's getting the sides of the house over there. That is kind of how the windows are in that side of the house. So, oh well. We'll see how this keeps building up and building up. Thank you so much.